Hey guys, Frank Flegg here, founder of Ethical Property Partners, the place where we help you to make annual returns on your properties on a monthly basis. Now, I'm here in this street here, just parked up there, and I'm walking along this street. Not because I'm trying to be a cool dude with my sunglasses on. These are my prescription glasses that are reactor lights. And the reason I've got them on is because I need to read all the house numbers on this street. Because what I've got with me is a pen and paper, my day book. I live with this with me, and I need to sketch every street in about a quarter of a mile radius of this property. Now, we're about to buy this property here, one of the nicest streets in this particular village in Leicestershire. Not massively expensive, but not a cheap property, just shy of £900,000. And because this is a really desirable street in a medium affluent area of the country, there is a huge amount of development, like loads and loads and loads of development. The problem is, and I've never had this before, where the conveyancers have sent us through the list of planning applications. And I think there's 4 pages, and there's, I think, 10 or 15 to a page. So what's that, between 40 and 60 planning applications? And some of them for house extension. One of them's for 20 properties to be built. Now, you can see on the planning application where the 20 houses are going, and it's far enough away from our property that it's fine. But some of them, you know, the next door neighbour is going to put a 2-storey extension on their house. You've got all the works and noise and dust and everything, and when you look at these properties, lots of them have been developed already. If you look at these 2 here as I'm walking past, look, that's been massively extended, and lots of these already have. So the idea behind this is to have a walk around and to sketch out every single planning application. So what is it for and where is it? And you can only really do that accurately on the ground. You can try and do it on Google Maps, but house numbers, I don't know if you know, are blurred on Google Maps. So this one here behind me, you can just about see that that's number 28, but on Google Maps it'll probably be blurred, and then you're trying to look at bin numbers, and they're not very logical here. And I think it's because some have been knocked down to make some bigger, and some have been merged, you know, 2 semi-detached being merged. So the reason that I'm making this video is because I wanted to show you the real side of property investing. And it's not all glamorous. It's not all massively leveraged. Like, most of my team are in Serbia. I could have got my architect to do this, actually. He could have. I think he's got some software that would show you all the property numbers on a street. But I just thought, do you know what? For the sake of 20 minutes, I can drive over there. I can draw it all on a pad. I can then sit down with all the planning applications and just reassure myself that none of them are going to massively impact on the value of the property that I'm buying. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm here doing it. And my son asked me the other day, he said, "Dad, why are you doing this yourself? Like, why don't one of the people that work for us do this?" It was a small task. And I said to him, but I have pondered it since, sometimes, son, it's better just to get the job done rather than spend time delegating it, especially if it's a one-off task or it's really quick, and then time that person doing it, which obviously costs you money, and then time checking it's done. Sometimes it's just quicker. And I was thinking to myself, I was at a martial arts class yesterday, new school. We've launched 2 new instructors there. They're up and running already. And I thought to myself, why am I here? And then I stopped myself and I thought, no, this is not a £10 an hour task, and this here is not a £10 an hour task. It looks like it because I'm walking down the street writing in the numbers on houses, and it looks like it because I'm there, you know, saying hi to parents when they arrive and taking the odd payment, etc. But actually it's £1,000 an hour task in disguise, in my opinion. So the training that I was giving the instructors on how best to deal with parents, how best to take the payments, how best to interact with the kids, it's that's the really valuable. Here Yes, part of the task is to look at the house numbers and sketch them down in my notebook. But part of the task is to get a feel for what people are doing. So how have they extended that property? How have they extended this property? How much more development is there likely to be? Oh my goodness, if the 20 properties are going here, what's the through traffic going to be like? Things like that. And that's very hard to delegate. The reason I wanted to make this video was because often you'll hear me say delegate, leverage, bring on team, and that absolutely should be your guiding principle, and you should be striving for that, absolutely. But, and it's a big but, I have come across people, investors, who do that to a fault. Like, they're so precious with their time, so unwilling to actually knuckle down and do the work themselves, that they don't actually get the job done. They're so unwilling to lower themselves to doing what they deem to be a £10 an hour task that the task never actually gets done. And so for me, I think there's a bit of a balance there. If I was doing this job once a week, even once a month, there'd be a problem. If I was still in that school supporting those instructors in 6 weeks' time, there'd be a problem, because now I'm making a habit of it. I am starting to do a £10 an hour task repeatedly. But on occasion, it's okay to do what needs to be done, and often needs to be done yourself, because it's more efficient for the whole organisation, rather than training someone to do it and making sure they do it, etc. And so I just wanted to encourage you to be okay doing the grunt work. The best thing is to just get in your car, drive there and sort out the issue. In the early days, I didn't leverage enough and I did all the tasks I shouldn't do. And that's what most people do. Most people don't leverage enough. For sure, that's the default position of most new entrepreneurs. But I have certainly at times swung too far the other way and have been too proud to do stuff. And hopefully, what I'm striving to do now is to get the right balance for my hourly rate, the right balance for my business, for my team, etc. So hopefully this episode has helped you to analyze a little bit about what you spend your time doing. How much of your tasks should you be delegating that you shouldn't be doing yourself, but you actually are? And how many of your tasks are you delegating, or even worse, are not actually getting done that should be, that are critical to your business or important to your business, but because you're too proud or you can't be bothered or you think you're too good to be doing them, you're not actually doing them. Guys, until next time, happy investing.